Hey guys, it's Brian and Matt back for another Disc Golf Examiner disc review. Today we have a nice disc from the Westside Discs lineup. What do we got, Matt?
We have the VIP Hatchet.
Nice. So the Hatchet was actually one that I threw for a while. I thought it was one that we should definitely get to review, especially for the newer players. I think it's a great starting disc for anybody. It's an understable fairway driver. Can flip up and over pretty easily, even for beginners. What did you think, Matt?
I was going to say the exact same thing. For those with slower arm speeds, this is a -2 turn, so as soon as it comes out of your hand, even on a hyzer, it's going to flip up to flat. It's going to get you that easy distance. Maybe if you're a little faster arm player and you want to throw rollers, I found this to be a great disc for that as well with the understability.
Very good. Well, let's show you how we got to those conclusions. We'll start it off by showing you the profile.
Hatchet looks like a very traditional fairway driver. Has a speed 9. Obviously, it doesn't have a huge rim on it. Perfect for people who don't have large hands, or if they just really prefer the smaller rims. A very, very normal disc in that regard. As you can see, it has a pretty good dome on it. So if you like the domey discs, you want to get a lot of glide out of it. Really good for that.
When I released the Hatchet on a hyzer release, it flipped up the flat and rode nice and straight, got some good glide, and then started to come back there at the end. I feel like for my arm speed, this disc does come back, and I think that for a pro arm speed, that's probably not going to be the case.
Thrown on the hyzer, the Hatchet really shows its understability. It flipped over pretty fast and started gliding to the right. It got a little bit of a cut roll, so probably want to throw it a little bit higher so that it doesn't do that.
When I released the Hatchet on a flat release, the disc flipped up and over, definitely an understable disc, went about 221 feet.
Thrown flat, I gave the Hatchet a little bit more height so that it can glide out. You can see the understability again as it turned over pretty quickly. The headwind that we have here lifted it up a little bit, but it still got a full turn all the way to the right. It was never coming out of that turn with that thread.
When I threw the Hatchet on an Anheuser release, it rode over to the right pretty hard. Even gave me almost a little bit of a cut roll there at the end. I feel like if I gave it more of an Anheuser, maybe I could actually turn that into a roller and be pretty viable with that.
Thrown as an Anheuser, the understability of the Hatchet was just a little bit too much for me for an air shot. As you saw, I kind of got down into a roller, but the understability of the Hatchet actually kept it, even though it was a really bad cut roller, it ended up flipping to flat and still got a lot of distance as a roller.
And that's how we threw the Westside Discs Hatchet in the VIP plastic. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. We love hearing from you. Remember to like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and share it, guys. That's how we grow the sport. So that's going to do it for us. So until next week, keep banging those chains.